Welcome back to First Pitch. I'm your host, Ty Comer, alongside, of course, head coach Ryan Brittle. This is our second episode. We're coming back to you. Coach, we're getting close to the season, man. It's upon us.
It's unbelievable because it's like the sunshine is out, the birds are flying around. We have flies all over the press box, which means it's really warm.
I'm in shorts and short sleeve shirt.
You are in shorts and short sleeve shirt.
So it's comfortable out there right now, and I know we have practice today, and it's supposed to be in the 50s, 60s.
It's
so
supposed
it'll
to be
comfortable.
67 today.
Oh, gorgeous. So, like we said, it's opening up. JV opens up this weekend. That'll be the 11th and 12th with two doubleheaders with Guilford Tech.
Both games at 1 o'clock.
Both at 1 o'clock. Talk about Guilford Tech a little bit.
So I don't know a whole lot about their team other than they're always a solid junior college baseball team. They play Division I baseball, and I believe if not this year, the next year they'll be going down to Division II junior college baseball. So they play alongside the likes of Lewisburg, Spartanburg Methodist, Florence Darlington Tech, and many others that are very good junior college baseball teams in our region.
Okay, and it's got to be good for the guys to finally get out and play somebody different. We've been grinding on each other for a while now. It's you said it the other day. It can become monotonous, but I think the guys have done a pretty good job at keeping the intensity up a little bit. Sometimes you allude to it needs to come up a little more, but I feel like the guys overall have done a pretty good job of staying with it.
Yeah, we were talking this morning in the office, the coaching staff, and I said to them, I said, well, I hope they're so frustrated about playing each other that they take it out on the first opponent and the second opponent that we play. But it'll be good to get on the field this weekend. The young guys will get their first college experience, a lot of them. And it'll be good to see them compete against an outside opponent other than each other.
Without a doubt. So let's move on to the varsity squad a little bit, and we can go through just kind of a positional rundown of each position. So wherever you want to start, you take it away.
We'll start with the outfield, and we'll do varsity and JV together. But I really like this team. I like the way that we've worked. First and foremost, we've worked really hard over the fall and over this spring, and I like where we're going. We have some in the outfield. Our senior leader will be Lane Deaver. He's been in right field, starting right field the last 2 years, and been in right field the last 3, part-time his first year. But he'll start just about every game in right field this year. Left-handed hitter. He'll hit in the middle of the order. Other guys that you could see in the outfield, and we have a bunch of young guys. Dominic Claxton, Gray Sherfy have kind of pushed themselves forward as two guys that are going to get significant time, along with Michael Dorsonville, who is actually a junior college transfer from Guilford Tech, so he won't get to play against them, but he'll see many of his teammates that he had last year on Saturday and Sunday. Some other guys that could get some time out there, Brandon Roberts, Hayden Storms, Parker Mason, who's actually never played outfield before, but we're sticking him out there as a good left-handed stick, and Drew Callahan, who's played outfield and will also play a little bit of first base. But I like the depth of our outfield. I like the versatility of it, and also on the JV squad, you'll have those young guys, Roberts, Storms, Parker Mason, Drew Callahan. You'll have those guys out there, along with Vincent Kennedy and Damian Lockett, who are newcomers this year. Vincent's a freshman. Damian's a junior that's been here for a while but just came out. But like our depth out there. In the infield, I think we're going to be very solid. We're a little bit more athletic than we have been in the past. With Drew Callahan and Jake Holland, they're going to get the majority of the time at first base. Nate Reynolds, who's coming off an injury, back healthy with us, a big left-handed stick at first base. He can really hit and is solid defensively out there. Christian Sowers, Richie Borges, Lucas Stevers, who we're uncertain of a little bit right now what Lucas's role is going to be, will be back as well. But certainly we have some depth there. We got some guys that can hit. I'm a guy that's defense first, and so I like to have the defense out there first. And if we need an offensive bat, we can go get one from the depth chart. At second base, I'm not really sure what we're going to do at second base. No, I'm just joking. Ty's going to be the starting second baseman. He'll play the majority of the games there. He'll be fighting me if I take him out of the lineup. But we got Ty there and other guys that can play at second. Tucker Brown, who's come a long way over the last year and a half. Christian Mosier and Brandon West will also give us depth at second base. At shortstop, we feel really good about Jake Martin at short. He's really gotten himself in shape, in really good shape. His arm's back to normal. When he came here, he was coming off an arm injury, arm surgery, and ankle surgery. So his body's healthy now and ready to go. He's been swinging the bat pretty good. Jake Holland will be our immediate backup at shortstop if we need to go there, and then other guys will be Christian Sowers can play a little short. And Christian Sowers and Christian Mosier both are versatile guys. Sowers been swinging a hot bat, probably the hottest bat on the team. That probably put him in the slump. Sorry, Christian. Christian Mosier also is a pretty good left-handed hitter, good contact guy, can get on base, and we've moved him around the field as well. But at short, Evan Russell, who's a freshman, and Jonathan Garcia, who's a sophomore, just transferred in here over break, will give us some more depth there. And Russell and Garcia can move around the infield as well. At third base, Jake Holland has really done a good job. It's good to see him smiling on the field these days. He's having fun. He's going to help us out on the mound as well. And he's swinging the bat pretty good. And we got Brandon West and Kyle Anstis and Christian Mosier who can also play there. So we feel pretty good about that spot. Anstis is going to be a guy for the future. He's a freshman. He's very athletic. He's got some pop in his bat, and he'll be a guy for the future at third base. Behind the plate, Tim Ortega's kind of stepped up as the number one guy behind the plate. He throws the ball really well. He does a good job receiving and blocking. And if we can keep too much pressure off of him behind the plate as far as time on the field, his bat's going to play too. He can swing the bat. He's got some pop in there. And so we look for good big things out of him. Of course, Joe Stickney, who's one of our seniors and one of our captains, is going to get some time back there. But Stick will be in the lineup as a DH most of the time. And Christian Campbell's another freshman that will help, along with Kyle Anstis, who can also catch and play third base, will help there as well. But we feel pretty good. We only have 10, as we said last time, we only have 10 upperclassmen, 6 seniors, 4 juniors. And but we feel like our young guys are very, very talented. They'll be on the come.
Well, it's been really fun to watch, as a teammate as well, just to watch the positional battles that we've had, especially in the infield, with first base being so, I won't say jammed because that sort of has a negative connotation, but there's a lot of guys that can really play, and they all play right over there. Or same way with third base. All those guys, we could plug them right in, and we'd do just fine. So it's a good problem for you to have.
It is.
Just trying to find guys some ABs, fit them in, give guys some rest. Hopefully not at second base, but we'll talk about that. But no, it's been really fun to watch, and I'm really excited about our position players. So now we can go on to the pitching a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about the pitchers, and Hunter Peck's going to make the transition from reliever from last year, and he was the freshman pitcher of the year in the conference to starter. He'll start our first game a week from today. We'll be taking batting practice almost a week from right now, but Peck will start against Washington Lee, and then we have Weaver, who's a senior and back and a grizzled veteran. We call him the old man. He might not like that very much, but that's okay. And then Joey Pride, who's a sophomore. Those 3 guys are going to be in the starting weekend rotation. We've got several young guys who have kind of flip-flop each other over this spring, and Daniel Wade, Hunter Campbell, Drew Callahan, Sam Suit, Colin Fawcett. We feel like those guys, that's the future of our club on the mound. Those guys have been battling hard for spots in the varsity pitching rotation, and I feel fortunate enough to have those guys available to us. But we look forward to seeing who who prevails throughout the year, but certainly some of those, Wade and Campbell, are kind of the front runners at this point, and Callahan's also there for time. And Sam Suit, the last 2 outings he's had have been fantastic for us. So Suit's certainly been pushing in there. As far as relievers go, we're lucky enough to have some relievers in the bullpen that are left-handed. Trevor Odie, who's a transfer from Hampton-Sydney, is going to help us out a lot, I think. And then we have Brandon Turner, who can also start, is a left-handed reliever right now. And he got 4 or 5 starts last year and pitched well for us, maybe 30 innings or so last year. So, and then Michael Mayhew's nephew of maybe the best pitcher to ever pitch here, Keith Mayhew, will also be in the bullpen for us. As far as the righties go, of course we got Jared Talley at the end of our bullpen. He's been there this will be his 3rd year, so we look for big things out of him. Jake Holland, we've kind of added Holland to the bullpen this year. Jake's got a really good arm, and look for him to play a significant role late in the game. Corey Peel, who's a freshman, and Braxton Wheeler, who's a sophomore, both sidearm guys that we love to have. Coach Kent and I love to have sidearm guys. We've had ever since we've been together. We've had sidearm guys on our team. Even had a big leaguer was a sidearm guy, pitched in the World Series. Ryan Spire pitched for Coach Kent and myself. And then Jake Tomlin, Hunter Dotson, Cairo Selden are all going to help out in the bullpen, specifically with the JV team, and are developing. Cairo's a guy that started pitching really well at the end of the fall, and so we'll see what kind of role he takes on there. But can never have enough pitching, but I like where we are right now.
Of course. And you got a nice mixture of guys that are experienced, along with some guys that'll get their first real pitching experience with the varsity club, and I think that helps out a lot. You know, the older guys can kind of help the younger guys along the way and tell them what to expect. And
we talked about in the last coaches show about building a program and not a team, and to have a JV program and for in our culture for it not to be a negative thing. It's a positive thing for us to have a JV program, and the guys that don't get to play very much on the varsity roster really look forward to the JV games, and a lot of times they're against pretty good opponents. Mm-hmm. Patrick Henry Community College, we're going to play them this year, and they're ranked in the top 10 in the country in junior college baseball. So to have those young guys be able to get in there and get experience, it's a great thing for our program, and it builds a program instead of just a team. So we have guys, Comer, even though we'll miss you next year, somebody else is going to be ready to step right in there and take your role. So we're not going to go down.
Right.
At the very least, we're going to stay even, and hopefully we can get better.
I see that look. So one last thing before we break, talk about the Versus Cancer Foundation. We've taken part of that. I guess this is the second year that we've done it. So
the Versus Cancer Foundation is something that raises money for children's cancer, to fight children's cancer, and it's kind of become our little deal. We put a gold ribbon on the back of our T-shirts and sell them. We give the money to Carillion Children's Hospital. But Versus Cancer, we have a website that you can go to and donate. We're going to put that website on our athletic website. I've gotten permission from them to do that. So you can go straight to our athletic website, the baseball website, go to Versus Cancer, click on there, donate. Where your money will be going, half of it's going to children's cancer research with Versus Cancer. The other half of our money will go to Carillion Children's Hospital, and it will go directly to the children that are in this area to that hospital. So it's a great thing to donate to. We're trying to raise $10,000. $5,000 for research and $5,000 for the hospital. So go on there and donate. $1 makes a difference when it comes to children's cancer research.
Such an awesome cause, and I really urge people to donate to that cause. It's been fun to put that out on my social media and see the feedback that I've gotten in the comments and stuff like that. So with that, that'll be the end of our show today. We'll be back next Tuesday, the 14th. We'll be getting ready to head to Washington and Lee, so we'll do that a little earlier, right before we leave, actually, and we'll see you then. So thanks for joining us at First Pitch. I'm Ty Comer along with Ryan Brittle. We'll see you next week.